Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
Matterhorn Matt presents Matterhorn Mondays.
Okay, we all have to rise, and should we do like a salute or put our hands over our chest, or when the theme song's playing, or you guys in chat can decide what we do during the Matterhorn Mondays national anthem. But I'd like everybody to rise for the Matterhorn Mondays national, here we go, national anthem.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
Matterhorn Matt presents Matterhorn Mondays.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 75 of Matterhorn Mondays. I am your host, Matterhorn Matt.
And I'm Alex the Historian.
And we got a great channel here, or we got a great episode planned for you guys. Yeah, I guess during the theme song, we all have to dab instead of like putting your hand over your chest for during like the national anthem. We all have to repeatedly dab. Just a heads up, if you guys are watching live. If you're not watching live and if you would like to watch live, you can head over to my second channel, Matterhorn Matt Streams. It's in the sidebar of my normal channel. If you just look on over to the right side, just click on my channel, it's there. It's the first one, should be the first one at least. Yeah, we hope to see a lot of you guys here. We got T-Will today telling me to stop dabbing. I will never stop, no matter how much it hurts all of us, especially me. It hurts me the most to dab in front of you guys on the internet, but I do it. I have to do it for you guys. But yeah, we got a very great stream planned for everybody. I guess before we get started, I always forget to do this. I'd like to shout out my Discord server. If you guys would like to join our amazing Discord server, link is in the description, or if you're watching live, you can do !Discord. And you can also do !Patreon, !Donate, and !Music. If you would like to request a song to play before the stream starts, when I have the Disney music playing. Yeah, let's see, what else do I need to shout out? I always forget to do this as well, but I have all these things written down now, so I will not forget, hopefully. If you guys would like to join in on some new or other exciting family-friendly live streams, you can head over to theliveplace.com. A link is in the description below. Really great website that hosts Matterhorn Mondays along with a bunch of other Disney live streamers. But yeah, Charlie says, first time in chat. Yay, Midnight UK here. We're glad to have you here. You don't have to stay for too long if you don't want, if you're like sleepy or something, but we're glad you're here.
Don't say that, Matt. You don't want your lead.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I apologize, Charlie. You have to stay until the stream ends. This is going to be a 5-hour stream, by the way, so I hope you have your coffee prepared. Also, welcome Aquapoke Aereo Studios. Says hi, Matt. Hello. I don't think we've seen him here either. So, shout out, welcome to everybody who's watching here for the first time. We're glad to see a bunch of new faces. Let's see. Is there anything else that? Oh, I guess before we start, I do have my Snapple. I forgot to do this last week. I'm gonna try and start doing this every stream, where I open, like a ceremony. I open my Snapple bottle and pour it into my favorite coffee mug. Even though I don't drink coffee, what is this Small World coffee mug that I got from Starbucks in Disneyland? But I guess I should hold this up. I wanna have like a theme song to go along with this, or something. But anyways, I guess I'll switch to the big camera so you guys can see. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Yeah, I'll read the fact for you guys, but here is the opening. That wasn't as interesting as I thought it'd be. But the fun fact, real fact number 693, a male cricket's ear is located on the tibia of its leg. I think a lot of people knew that. I remember learning that in, there if you can see it, learning that in like elementary school. Yeah, we're not sponsored by Snapple, by the way. I just love drinking Snapple. Not sponsored by them. I wish we were sponsored by them. That'd be really cool. But unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, I guess. I'm going to pour it into my cup because there's ice in here. The ice has been in here for a long time. It's probably melted already. But yeah, so we need to come up with a name for this segment. I don't know what to call this. Snapple Sessions with Matt? I don't know. But yeah. There we go. Oh, it's warm. Ugh, I had it out overnight and it's warm. Oh, it's gross. It still tastes good though, but it's just warm.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Hopefully the ice will... My gosh, it's so... Oh, I'm glad you guys aren't drinking that. But on that note, we must... It is time, everybody, to transition into everybody's favorite segment of the show. News from the Peak. Ooh.
We now present to you News from the Peak.
For our first bit, I guess it's spooky news from the Peak this week. I'm in my spooky spirit with the... I don't know what I'm doing. First bit of news. We got some breaking news, you guys. This was just posted by WDW News Today earlier this morning. This morning being Saturday, the 9th of February. Depending on when you watch, it probably won't be the morning that I'm referring to. But yeah, this morning on February the 9th of 2019, WDW News Today has announced... I guess they haven't necessarily announced it, but they helped discover the World of Color return date. World of Color is set to return on February. I had a lot of trouble spelling that, you guys, in my notes. February. I don't know why it's spelled like that. But yeah, World of Color is set to return February 22nd. I'm assuming of 2019. I don't know if they're referring to February 22nd of 2020, but yeah, I'm just taking a shot in the dark and assuming it's 2019. This was discovered via the Disneyland website, where the World of Color dessert party reservations were made available for booking starting Friday, February 22nd. And of course, as you can imagine, Friday is all booked up, you guys. But if you would still like to reserve, I don't even know what this is, to be completely honest with you guys. If you would still like to reserve, I guess, a spot for the World of Color dessert party, reservations are open for the Saturday after, which would be the 23rd. Ticket is $79. I don't know who'd pay $79 for desserts, and it also says it comes with sparkling beverages, but the $79 ticket includes reserved seating in Paradise Garden Park, along with special desserts and sparkling beverages. So, really excited for World of Color. Hopefully, I don't know, hopefully this is true. Hopefully it comes back better than ever. I'm assuming they haven't. I guess it's going to be the old show that they used to do. I'm just guessing that it's not a new show. But for our second bit of Disney news, Toy Story, new trailers for Toy Story 4 and Avengers Endgame have been revealed last week during the Super Bowl. If you guys would like to see the links to those, I guess I'll put them in the description, I guess. But I don't have them in the description currently. But is no one gonna notice? I spelled it Toy Store 4. No one noticed anything.
I started laughing because while you were still finishing up with the World of Color news, I was reading the whole thing and I missed it, and I thought, like, wow, for once he actually spelled everything correctly. And then as you were reading off Toy Story 4, I was like, wait, there it is.
I was really surprised. No one in chat pointed it out. I did that one just for you guys on purpose. I didn't do that. I did do it on purpose. I hope you all
Right.
Anyways, yeah. Yeah, links to all the new trailers that were revealed during the Super Bowl last week will be in the description below. And we'd like to hear your thoughts, more specifically your thoughts on the Toy Story 4 trailer. Still not a lot was revealed, nothing really that has anything to do with the plot, really. It's just showcases Bo Peep in her new outfit, and I guess a new voice actor too, I don't know. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think about... I screamed the other week when you asked if it was called Galaxy's Edges. No, it's because I was confused for like the possessive way that you would say Galaxy's Edge. Like, if we're talking about like restrooms in Galaxy's Edge, would you say it like they're Galaxy's Edge's restrooms, or would you say it like with the what is the an apostrophe S? Is that how it would be said? How would it be said?
You say it the restrooms of Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, I guess that would make a lot more sense. Never mind. Never mind, you guys. Anyways, moving on. Live action segments for the highly... What's the opposite of highly anticipated? The lowly anticipated Avatar sequels. They're going to begin filming this spring. If you guys care about any of the Avatar sequels, I personally don't. I haven't seen the first Avatar. I saw The Last Airbender, but I haven't seen the Avatar with the blue people. Yeah, but anyways, Avatar 2 and 3 there's going to be there's going to be 4 new Avatar movies within the next 5 years, you guys. Avatar 2 and 3 are set to be released in 2020 and 2021, respectively, and Avatar 4 and 5 are due to be released in 2023 and 2024. So that's like a new Avatar movie every year, I guess minus the 2022. But if you guys are big Avatar fans, that's awesome. Good for you. Yeah. I guess that wraps up. I need to burp. This Snapple is just like destroying me.
Oh my god.
It's chilled. It's sort of chilled out. It's gotten a little bit colder than when I initially poured it in the cup. I guess it's just gonna be one of those streams, you guys. Just gonna be another one of those streams.
I think that's what makes these streams so funny is just you mispronouncing and just missing the mark when it comes to talking.
Yeah, I think that's the main reason everybody's here. Secondary to the news, of course. But yeah, I'm glad you guys get a kick out of it. But before we get into the many main topics that we have, I want to comment on something. I saw this on Twitter. This image appeared on my Twitter timeline, and I was looking at it, and I thought, wow, look at that cool phone case for the iPhone 6s, 7, and 8. That's really cool. And then I switched my focus to the hoodie, and I don't remember if you guys remember Alex and I talking, it was a while ago, about the kind of merch that Disney is making nowadays. I think we called it like the Etsy merch, about how much we dislike that kind of merch. And this was just sort of an example of that. In case you guys didn't know what we're talking about, this is an example of just merch that I would never ever buy, or that I would never ever buy anybody. It's just, I mean, the phone case is cool, but the hoodie is not that cool. Intel Squad. I guess it's supposed to be short for International Squad. But you guys know what I'm assuming it's abbreviation for international. Because, you know, Small World is like the big cultural thing with all the countries and stuff. But yeah, I buy this ironically, I guess. But I wouldn't like buy this to actually wear it unironically. Just wanted to showcase this for you guys. Yeah, the one in the bottom left isn't as bad, but this one is the biggest offender. Looks lame. It does look lame. Anyways, This isn't really a part of our main topic. I just like to show these couple of images of the new scrim art revealed for Sleeping Beauty Castle during its refurbishment. As you can see here, the front looks very majestic. I can hardly tell that it's not the real castle. It blends in so seamlessly with everything else around it. But the real main big thing here is the back, which is shows a real epic piece of art of Prince Philip fighting Maleficent. This is a photo op right here, guys. This is really cool, in my opinion. You can hardly see it, kind of, because of the sun. It's at that weird angle where it's shining through the back of the scrims, and you can sort of see the scaffolding and stuff.
Do you ever wonder, like, how do they make an image that big without it being all pixelated?
Yeah.
Like, how high def does that have to be? You know?
I mean,
like,
if you look at it from, I mean, you're not meant to look at it from like a foot away, like we normally do if we're like looking at like a piece of, like a graphic on our computers or on our phones. This is meant to be viewed from, you know, like as far back as this picture has been taken. I'm sure if you will get up close to it, like if you examine it close enough, you'll see that it is sort of pixelated, but at these far back angles, I guess you would say, it just doesn't, the pixelation, it just almost goes away. It doesn't appear to the naked eye. I remember watching some sort of YouTube video on this kind of stuff, so I'd like to just shout out whatever YouTube video that was. But yeah, it's really neat. That's like a really cool photo op, in my opinion. Maybe that you could like Photoshop my face with Prince Philip's face, and then Photoshop Bob Iger's face as the Maleficent dragon. If any of you guys would like to do that, that'd be real cool. And change the fire to the word IPs just being like thrown, and I'm trying to defend. You guys know what I mean. Anyways, I'm not that good at talking. But yeah, I can't remember the exact date of when Sleeping Beauty Castle will be finished. The refurb will be finished, but if you guys do know in chat, type it in so people listening at home or watching at home can know, because I don't remember right off the top of my head. But this is really cool. The front looks cool as well. Like I said, you can hardly tell that it's fake. It blends in almost seamlessly. But yeah, the real special prize is if you look at the back. Yeah, moving on to our also not main topic. I found this sort of infographic style image on Twitter. I think it was Star Wars SW Galaxy's Edge is their username. It's sort of because we talked a couple weeks ago about the, what was it, like how, what is the name of the ride? I always forget. It's Rise of the Resistance. We went over a couple weeks ago about sort of what that attraction was going to be like, and we were sort of speculating how we would board the ride, how we would, I guess, move through the ride. This is sort of a real handy infographic style image that I believe it starts here in the bottom left. This is where you start, and this is where you end. So you start. Oh, yeah, it says start. I guess that makes sense. So you start, load into the transport, then you get intercepted, taken into Star Destroyer. Prisoners load into ride cars, which are the trackless ride cars with the big droid right in the middle. Riders make their escape. Ride cars face AT-AT walkers, and vehicles go up to second level. It says pew 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 and facing Kylo Ren. That's what it says. I'm not making that up. Ride car loads into shuttle to escape Star Destroyer. Shuttle crashes back on Batu. Ride car exits, crashed shuttle, and passengers exit giant hangar room. Yeah, it says pew pew in there. It says pew 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 3 times. So yeah, if you guys were just, because it was sort of confusing the way it was described, and I know a lot of people need like visual aid to go along with, like if something's being explained to them for them to understand it. So yeah, this is that. If you guys would like to screenshot this image, you're more than welcome to. Just crop out my face. But yeah, so there's that. if you guys have any questions regarding that. It's been a slow news week, you guys. I just want to apologize for this infographic that I had to pull up to sort of fill time in the podcast. But yeah, it's been a slow news week. Not a lot not a lot happened. Did you guys watch the Super Bowl? I did. They didn't play Sweet Victory. We got debated, sadly. But the NHL, I think the Texas hockey team in the NHL did do a tribute of a Sweet Victory. Yeah, it was slow last week as well, but last week we had Dallin and Kate to interview, so it balanced everything out. But this week, it's just Alex and I and all you guys trying to talk and speak correctly. Mainly me. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Our first main topic, you guys, comes to us from the DisneyBlog.com. Is a dinosaur diorama coming to the Walt Disney World Railroad? Now, I'm not sure if any of you guys know, but the Walt Disney World Railroad is currently down for refurbishment as they add the new Tron-themed coaster next to Space Mountain. Pretty low-key addition. They didn't really announce it anywhere. I think only Alex and I actually know that they're making a Tron-themed coaster in the Magic Kingdom, Tomorrowland. So this is like breaking news for those of you guys who didn't know. But yeah, so they have to, I believe they have to like slightly reroute the train tracks to make room for the Tron coaster. What is it called? The Light Cycle attraction. Tron Light Cycles, I think is what it's called. But there has been a startling new discovery as the construction is taking place. So I believe this is the area they're referring to. Disney is adding a new flat area outside of the berm, further down the railroad, away from the Tron area. So this is like a few, I'd want to say 100 yards away from, maybe like, I don't know how to like gauge distances properly, so I'm just going to say a few 100 yards away from the work area where the Tron coaster is going to be. And a lot of people are speculating that this could be to add a Primeval World style diorama experience to the Magic Kingdom's railroad. Sort of matches the same spot where it happens in Disneyland. And I'm sure many of you guys know Ellen's Energy Adventure closed in 2017 to make way for a Guardians of the Galaxy coaster. And it would make perfect sense to repurpose the dinosaur animatronics from Universe of Energy for this new addition to the Walt Disney World Railroad. And I'd just like to point out this is pure speculation. Nothing has been said by Disney or anyone else. It's just kind of strange, I guess, that Disney is sort of adding this flat area a whole far distance away from the Tron Light Cycle area. But I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts. Alex, what are your thoughts on the Magic Kingdom adding a Primeval World style diorama to the railroad?
I've been saying it ever since before Universe of Energy closed. I've been saying that they need to have some kind of... You see, Walt Disney added the Grand Canyon diorama as a grand finale for the railroad because he felt that it was just it just seemed weird to end your trip around Disneyland just so uneventfully. So he added the Grand Canyon. But then when he had the ability to bring back his dinosaurs from the New York World's Fair in 1964, then he saw this opportunity to make it like this big grand finale. And that's why he added it. And so I think even to this day, it's a perfect way to end your trip around Disneyland. And so I always felt like Magic Kingdom should have that. And I was always surprised, like they have the room to build one, they just haven't. And so when Universe of Energy closed and everybody else was like saying, oh, they should move the dinosaurs into that, I was kind of thinking the same thing. I was like, yeah, they need to do that. Those dinosaurs are now fully available. They need to move them and create a Primeval World diorama finale for the Yeah, for the railroad there. So hopefully they do. I mean, like you said, it's just rumors so far. We don't really know what they're doing. I mean, honestly, it could just be something for infrastructure when it comes to how the park works. But let's all hope, everybody, that it is, because I've ridden the Walt Disney World Railroad, and let me say, there is like nothing to see.
Yes.
I mean, after you pass through Splash Mountain, it's like from there you see Big Thunder, and then the rest is history. There's like nothing to see on that railroad.
Yeah, it's really bizarre because most of it is just like wooded area on the back on the banks of the rivers of America, and then you're back. Before you know it, you take a 5-hour nap, and then you're back at the train station. The Main Street train station. But T-Will said he had something to talk about, so we will bring in T-Will from the stretching room. I guess we should utilize this more, especially today since it's such a slow news week and we don't have a lot to talk about. So T-Will, welcome back to the show.
Hello.
Yeah. So am I coming in clear, too loud, too anything?
Crystal clear.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you. All right. So this is actually this is something that was notified on the WDW Magic forums. This is something talked about a little bit. I go on those forums. This rumor about what they're doing with the railroad was started primarily by BioReconstruct, the guy who gets all those great aerial pictures. But the thing is that he just admitted that he's just speculating. And all the insiders that we have over there say no, there's nothing going on over there. And in fact, they point to some of the permits that were filled in like a year ago. And they point to the fact that if there was going to be some diorama or something in there, something would have been placed in there. What this construction bit is to do, from my understanding at least from the insiders, is that this is about the rerouting of the pond. So they're rerouting the ponds around to kind of clear out more of the way for Tron and to kind of meet storm regulations, because we know how storms are in Florida. You just blink and they start raining. But that's generally what's going on right there. And actually, the fact that you're talking about the railroad the way it is, they're actually doing a lot of work. They tore out, not only did they tore out the tracks on the Tomorrowland side, they've also apparently torn out some on the Frontierland side as well. Like I don't know exactly what they're doing, but they might be doing some constructional work. That's probably why that's probably why it's taken a year to do some work, if I recall correctly, the time frame that we were given by Disney.
You know what? It's probably 2 dioramas.
We can dream, can't we? But I honestly, I don't think Disney really gives. It doesn't. I don't think they really care at all about Universe of Energy. They're just like taking it for spare parts, and that's about it. I don't think they couldn't care less about that attraction. But also, getting back to the railroad thing, I do know that there was concept art for when they were developing the full complete plan of Tomorrowland, that there was going to be a railroad station right next to the entrance into Space Mountain. It's specifically one at Retro WDW or WDW Retro. I forget which way it goes, but it's on there, and you could see that it was planned to have one, but I guess like crowding reasons, I'm not sure why, but they decided to scrap it. In fact, Tomorrowland at the Magic Kingdom went through so many revisions. If you look at the stuff, like the constant story about how particularly with Space Mountain, and everybody knows the story. They wanted to build Space Mountain at Disneyland, but then limitations came in, and then Walt died, so the project was scrapped, and then it was brought in after the Magic Kingdom was open. That's how the story goes, right? It's not true. That's completely not true. The reason why is because if you look at concept art and pre-opening brochures, you can actually see that a weird looking space building. I mean, from the beginning, from I would say at least 1969, looking at some of the pre-opening brochures, they were going to have a Space Mountain at Magic Kingdom. They were just trying to rework all the logistical stuff before they finally settled on the plan.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's a complete misconception right there.
Huh. Well, thank you.
I just wanted to. I'm sorry for rambling about that, but that's just something that's been bothering me. It's like people think it's this way, and it's like no, it's this other way. Well, anyway, that's my 2 cents. That's my 2 cents in. The diorama rumors doesn't have a lot of weight, and the Space Mountain story's a lie.
Well, thanks for crushing our dreams, T-Will. Gosh, just kidding.
We can always rely on you to do that.
But thank you for shedding some much needed light on the Space Mountain
and unnecessary light.
Yeah, and yeah, I should visit the WDW Magic forums. You said,
those are people. It's particularly Marini 971, I think he is. That's Martin Smith, the guy who does all those great 3-hour-long ride attraction videos.
Yeah.
So he's on there. He has some knowledge. He won't tell you a lot, but when he can, he'll say something.
Mm.
But there are other great insiders in there as well.
Okay.
It's weird though. Like, what I wonder is because you were saying that they're probably kind of rerouting the pond there is what they're probably doing.
This came from the giant permit files that were given around March, I believe.
What do you suppose they would need to reroute the pond for, though? Because I mean, as far as I know, it's in the middle of. I'm looking at it right now on Google Maps, and it's like this area that is completely surrounded by lawns. So it's not like it's in the way of anything, unless they're expanding it. I don't know.
I think it's. Let me take a look myself, but if I recall correctly, I don't know much about construction at all. But but from what I would guess, Space Mountain, Florida. But my guess would be there is a pond to the right of the area, and I think this is more to kind of make construction easier, and I think maybe that pond over there may have been, I don't know, but simply put, they had to do some in order to make Tron work in the area. I think they figured, well, we have to reroute, we have to construct and do things and kind of drain out this area to make it easier for us to construct. That's my guess, but do not quote me on that.
Well, folks, you heard it from T-Will himself. We are getting an extra big diorama this time.
And it will take over, and it will completely encompass all of Tomorrowland, and it's just dinosaurs everywhere.
Yes.
Yep, that is
finally
perfect.
My dream is coming to reality.
Yeah. and I think a bus driver also told me that they're going to make Space Mountain Stitch's Space Mountain Rocket Adventure, and you're gonna Stitch and go all over the area.
Yes. Finally.
And also the Speedway is actually being expanded upon and taking over, and we're going to be losing Dumbo in a few short months.
Yes! I'm so happy right now.
This has been a wonderful day.
Yes.
Also, I can also tell you just a little bit of why there's nothing really going on in the railroad. You're not supposed to know. I'll just tell you, you're not supposed to know why you can't see anything from Frontierland till back at Main Street, because you're not supposed to see what's over there, so to speak. I should not have been back there.
I see what you're saying.
That's all I'm going to say, because there's just some magic that should be left in the background. So
Well, thank you, Mr. T-Will, for once again shedding light on some topics.
Shedding white?
Did I say shedding white?
Okay, I'm sorry for being annoying.
Thank you, Mr. T-Will, for shedding some light on these topics that I guess I don't know that much about Walt Disney World, but T-Will does. And I need to visit that forum. I guess it's better than Mice Chat. I guess anything's better than Mice Chat, but...
You want some cynicism? Go bring up Epcot. Epcot to the WDW Magic forums. You will not feel more depressed than a homeless.
Okay, I'll keep that in the back of my mind. But again, thank you, Mr. T-Will. I'm gonna go ahead and move you on back up.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, T-Will. He's always fun to have. Yeah, I guess
you get teased even on your own show.
I do. Just kidding. But what were we talking about? I guess that's it for this topic. I don't even remember what we were talking about. Okay, I guess Alex, did you have something you wanted to bring up about the monorails before we get into the second topic that we have?
It's really more of a complaint.
Okay.
Because I don't know if anybody has noticed, because I tried to get photographs of what I was going to talk about, but I couldn't find a single one, and I didn't think when I was on the monorail to actually take pictures for you guys. But the monorails at Disneyland, all three of them, are in extremely terrible shape.
Mm-hmm.
And they've just been deteriorating for like the last 5 years, and they don't do any touch-ups on them whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I was on the monorail on Thursday, and I was riding around like 2 times in a row because it was just, there was nobody on it. So I was like, I'll just stay on and just ride it again. So anyway, it is incredible. The paneling, the interior paneling of the monorail is actually like falling off. Like it was just shaking, like there's like paneling around the windows, and it was just falling apart and shaking. And kids were playing with it too because it was just like swinging around. And then there are so many scuffs and gouges in the seats that it almost looks like it's part of the design. You're kind of like, oh wow, there's all these like little black lines and black smudges everywhere, and you think like it's part of the design, but it's really just really beat up seats, and people have carved their names into the actual the plastic of the seats and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of like what do they call that? Like basically like graffiti where you're just carving into the monorail.
Mm-hmm.
People have done that. And then there's like, if you look up at the ceiling, at first I looked at the ceiling and I'm like, that's weird. Was there a fire in here? It looked like there was smoke damage. But what it was there were like dirty gray spots from all the times people's heads have touched the ceiling.
Oh,
when
gross.
They walk in the monorail. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, it was it was disgusting. And then the vents that allow what used to be AC in the monorail, those vents which just pump out regular air now are so clogged with dust bunnies. It's like it's just gross. And then the funny thing too is that the area around the vent is dusty. Like they've never just dusted there before. Like it's one thing if the dust is in the vent and it takes a while to take the vent apart to clean it. But it's another thing when the dust is around the vent in a way that's easily wipeable with like a paper towel or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's that. And then each car of the monorail has like these 2 little fake frosted glass panels that have the logo of the on it, and it says Mark 7 on it.
Yeah.
Those used to be really cool because they were backlit with LEDs, so at nighttime it looked really awesome. But they are so cracked and damaged because they're made of plastic, not glass. So they're just completely like cracked and damaged just from age. Just the heat and constant flexing every summer just causes it to crack. And then on top of that, they have like this carpeting on the backrests at each end of the monorail because the back of the monorail kind of slopes upward. And so that carpeting is like really dirty and it's coming apart and it's lumpy from just coming loose. And so anyway, this monorail just looks disgusting. Like, you do not want to like sit in there. It's falling apart. And the problem is, it's not just that one monorail, it's all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And Disney needs to do something about that. Like, it's one thing, you know, for the maintenance budget to be cut and, you know, one or two things is just persistently wrong with it. But when the damage keeps getting worse and worse and worse, and it's never even been attempted to be fixed, it that's just shameful. That's just disgraceful. So, yeah, that's what I had to say. Thank you.
I think it's time for us to start our own campaign. We all gotta go to downtown Disney at the monorail station, Swiffers in hand, and well, what else do you use to clean? Rags, I guess, Windex. I'll be in charge of the Swiffer. I'll dust everything, and I guess Alex can be in charge of cleaning the windows. You guys can join us if you'd like. Maybe we can scrub off some of those head stains. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it before Disney does, so we can take credit for it. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, if we just like super glued that panel back in place, you know, like that would just like make things like so much better. I don't know. What I mean is it's just ridiculous that it's like the very basic maintenance of the monorail, like dusting, is something that anybody could do. So much so that, you know, you and I are convinced next time we go to Disneyland to just dust the darn thing. You know, just like, come on, Disney, at least you can dust. It's just a monorail. It's not like, you know, you're reaching like some like high up area in the Pirates of the Caribbean show building where you normally can't reach. It's like, it's the monorail, just dust inside of it, you know?
Yeah. That sort of reminds me, I don't know if you guys have seen, what is it, Hotel Hell with Gordon Ramsay, where he goes around to these horrible, like, bed and breakfast hotels.
Oh, yeah.
That sort of, we got to get Gordon Ramsay to come and inspect the monorails and see how dirty they are. He'll
walk in there and he'll be like, "Oh my god!"
He can yell at Bobby Chapek. Chapek? I don't know how to pronounce his name, but yeah, I'd like to see Bald Chapek. There we go. I like to see Gordon Ramsay yell bad words at Bald Chapek. That'd be a TV show I would love to watch, but let's see. I guess it's time to move on to our second main topic. Also, I'd like to point out that this cup was filled with ice, and it's all melted. It's only been 40 minutes since I popped open the Snapple, and the ice is completely melted. I don't know. This Snapple was really warm, you guys, so... Yeah, but anyways, on to our second...
You might get sick from it.
Sure, oh my gosh. I hope I do. That way... I won't have to be on next week's show. Just kidding.
Oh, diss against the viewers.
Got him good. Just kidding. But our second topic for today comes to us from the always lovely ocregister.com. 9 things to know about the newly remodeled Disneyland Hotel Tangarora Terrace restaurant. Link is in the description. We should start like a website that just copies every single Disney article from the OC Register and just like reposts them. So you don't have to visit the OC Register to read them. You can just go to this different website to read them. I feel like that'd be a neat thing to do. But I guess it could also be like plagiarism. But I mean, anyways, I don't even know. This was a topic brought to my attention by Mr. Alex, a historian, and we're going to run down some of the new things. Not 9 things. You can see all the 9 things on the article, but I didn't write all of them down. I wrote down, in my opinion, only the most important ones. I didn't even know this restaurant was closed. I swear it was open last time I went. Or I don't even know anything about this restaurant. For my first bullet point says that it's now open from 6:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Well, I guess before we start, Alex, would you like to give us a backstory on what the Tangarora Terrace restaurant is? Because up until my last trip in July, I didn't know it existed. So yeah, Alex, would you like to give us some background on what this restaurant is?
To be totally honest, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
All I know is Tangarora Terrace. It used to be just some like snack place near the old pool, and then when they redid the hotels years back, then it became Tangarora Terrace, and it was still like this snack place. And as far as I know, it's I don't really know anything about it. I've never been there. I've never eaten there. I know it has a bar. It's always had a bar. They say that they expanded the seating area, but then again, I never saw what the seating area looked like before. So
yeah,
I really don't know Tangaroa Terrace. Now, I've been to Trader Sam's, and that's really cool, but yeah.
Okay, well, I guess if you guys don't know what this is, you can go to the Disneyland.com website and read their official description. I don't have it in front of me now, sadly, but yeah, we know that it's a restaurant and that it's in the Disneyland Hotel, so I think that's all we really need to know. But my second point here, Disneyland Hotel has reopened I almost said Tangarora Terrace after adding new outdoor bar, new furnishings, and an updated menu. That one should have been first. I think I mixed those two up. But oh, did I mess up the webcam? I'm sorry. I was trying to do a funny gag, but I guess it didn't work out very well. Here, there we go. Okay. Third bullet point, you can now buy Dole Whips for $2.99. Dole Whip floats go for $3.69, and you can also add rum to your Dole Whip float for a grand total of $10. You can also pre-order food in advance using the Disneyland app, and there is a new walk-up bar with specialty cocktails, wine, and beer, and also an express coffee window, you guys, for all you coffee junkies out there. I'm not a big fan of coffee personally, but I know a lot of people who visit the Disney parks like coffee. They like their coffee. But Alex, do you have anything you'd like to add on to what I have already stated here?
No, you're good.
I hit my tooth. Ow! Oh, with my cup. Ow! I guess that's what I get for trying to meme. But some guy says, "Whoa, what? Dole Whip's cheaper than churros? What a steal! How much are they normally in park? I can't recall."
They're like $6, I think.
Ooh.
In the park. Yeah.
That's a lot of money that I don't. I guess $6 isn't too bad, but.
I don't know if Mateo is here in the chat now, but he and I got a Dole Whip once from they have like a little coffee shop right next to the lobby of the Disneyland Hotel, and they had Dole Whips there. They still have Dole Whips there, but like that's one of the little places that not many people know that those exist at. And I believe I paid around $6 just for a regular Dole Whip.
$6. Jeez, that is a lot. I mean, what are your guys' opinions in chat on Dole Whips? I love Dole Whips. I haven't had a float before. I feel like that'd be interesting, because I'm not really a fan of, like, pineapple juice. But that's what I said before I ever tried a Dole Whip, and then I ended up loving the Dole Whip. So yeah, I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on how you guys like Dole Whips. Oh, I accidentally switched to the wrong. I'm sorry, guys. You weren't supposed to see my face up close that much. I'm so sorry. Now what are we? That's all. Okay, well that's all the topics that we have today for you guys. I'm trying to think of what we can do in the meantime. Because it's been a pretty short show. It's only been 48 minutes long. Whips on Dole Whip. People on the Discord made a joke that we should go through different rides at the Disneyland Resort and leave reviews for them, like I did when Alex was talking, or when we were doing our ways on how to improve guest flow in the Disneyland park. So we can do that, I guess. I feel like that'd be a fun gag. But Alex, do you have anything you'd like to add on after all the topics that we've talked about?
No, I'm good.
Okay, perfect. Well, I guess we can do some reviews. I feel like, I don't know. I guess that'd be sort of funny. Would you guys like that? We can do that. If not, we can just end the show. Oh, I have a Matt Host's ghost story to read after. So if you guys would like to help me write some reviews for some Disneyland attractions, we can do that. They're posted on Google Maps using my personal Gmail account, so everybody who reads them will be able to see Matt, that I have personally posted these, and these are the thoughts that I personally feel about those attractions. Let me switch to this. Let's see. What is it? Google Earth? Google Maps. Okay, this will be interesting. Bye, T-Will. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. How do I get Disneyland Park? We'll just do a couple of these. We'll see if we can come up with something funny to do, and then we can get into some Matt Host's Ghosts action, because someone did send in a story to us. Let's see. All right, let me make this full screen. I'll switch back. Okay. Well, I guess it's up to you guys in chat to vote for which we'll do 3 attractions to write reviews for. You guys in chat get the deciding votes for the first 3. I'll just start. I'll pick one, and then we can get on to what you guys want to do. Oh, Steve is here. Hi, Steve. Indiana Jones, says Ethan. Okay, that was fast. We'll do Indiana Jones. Where is Indiana Jones? Here it is. Indiana Jones Adventure. Nate says pirates. How do I make a review? Write a review. Okay, well, it's up to you guys how many stars I give it and what I actually write here. Small World, we'll add that to the list. I'll do 4 stars for Indiana Jones. I don't know. This whole segment played out way better in my head, but let's see. I want to personally thank, what is the Tony Baxter for giving birth to this amazing attraction, and also every time I ride the ride I get stuck on the boulder scene for at least 10 minutes. I feel like that's a good start. Alright, this is posted.
I would have wrote something totally funny.
Well, what would you have written?
I would have wrote like, well, I was promised earthly riches, but someone decided to look into the eyes of Mara. We went to the gates of doom.
That's so much better than what I wrote. I need to change it. Okay, is it too late to change it? Oh my gosh. I can't get rid of it. I'll just have to... Oh, I can edit it. Okay. I was promised earthly riches, but someone decided to look into the eyes of Mara, and we all got
and
turned.
that wait I would put, instead, someone decided to look into the eyes of Mara, comma, that's the last time I visit the gates of doom.
That's the last time I visit the gates of doom. That's a good one. Okay. Someone said Pirates of the Caribbean, so we'll do that one next. Alright. What do people actually write like legit reviews? There's a 1-star review for this for Pirates. There's 564 reviews. All right. Got to write our own. All right. Everybody, how many stars should we rate Pirates of the Caribbean? I wish I had pictures to add. I bet I could like Photoshop just like me standing awkwardly and like awkwardly Photoshop it, like replace me with the redhead. I feel like that'd be a fun picture to put. I don't know. I'm at a loss for this one, you guys. We'll do Haunted Mansion next, and then we'll do, what else was it? Small World. We did Indiana Jones, now Pirates, and then we'll do Haunted Mansion, then Small World. Okay. We'll go to Small. I feel like Small World would be an easier one to come up with things for. Okay. This one has 3 stars. We had someone in our party who had never rode it. It's a Small World before. This ride is a must ride for anyone who is, that's too long to read. All right. Okay. I'm going to give Small World 2 stars. 1 star, where'd the Misty Squid Man go for Pirates? That's a good one. Okay, I'll give Small World 1 star. I'll say, my brother fell out of the boat and got turned into one of the...
No, everyone does that.
Dolls. I'm not good at this kind of stuff. I need your guys' help. It was not a Small World, it was a building 1 star. You guys are so much better at this than I am.
Let me think.
They got rid of the help clown. Can I give 0 stars? I can give 0 stars. I'll give him 1. I'm not going to be too mean on him. Let's see. For now,
wait, what's a country that is not represented in its small?
North Korea.
That's well.
Is that too
I
topical?
guess you're right, but I mean that's a
that's
little bit too. Yeah. Let's see. What country is not represented? India is not represented, right?
Is it? I don't think
it is. No.
I don't think so. No.
I would put something like, my travel agent recommended this was the way to India. Turns out it doesn't exist in this small world or something. No, that sounds kind of...
India is represented, says Ethan. What? I mean,
Oh,
besides North Korea, obviously.
Wait, are you sure, Ethan?
Someone has to do some research on this, because I will not sleep until we find the truth.
Why don't I just Google it?
Yeah.
Google has all the answers. Let's see. Countries represented in... It says, oh, apparently this is something people Google all the time.
Oh, random pug. Pug says Brazil isn't.
I guess India is represented. Okay, so... no, Brazil is represented in scene 4.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. You know what sucks is I'm looking at this list of countries represented, so that way I can figure out which country isn't represented.
Mm-hmm.
But then I realize all these like countries on the list are like pretty much all the countries I know of. So like, how am I supposed to like find a country that's not represented when all the big ones are represented?
I'll post mine as a placeholder. We can come back to Small World. My brother fell out of the boat and got turned into one of the dancing dolls. Now we can only visit him once a year when we go on vacation. 1 star in all caps. 1 star. Period. Post. Alright. You are 1 level away from a local guide's badge. I can join the community. Oh, what did I just open? Oh, Google wants to know my location. Oh, no. No. Okay. Pirates. We'll go back to Pirates. Let's see. Someone gave a funny one. Okay. Russia says Fluffy Mailman 7 is probably not represented. Are they? I don't know. Went around the world in a few minutes too fast for me, 1 star. Hungary. Is that how you pronounce it? Hungary? Hungary isn't represented. Anyways. Moving on to Pirates. This is a tough one because it's such a great ride. I can't think of any like memes to like type for it.
I got one, but it's kind of like risque.
What is it?
Okay, something along the lines. I loved this ride because it sounded like the pirates were singing to my wife.
Okay.
I don't know if you get it, but yeah.
No. Do I get it? No, well, I don't.
Just think of the lyrics of the main words of the song.
Oh my gosh! Alex! Alex! That's a good one. I love this ride because it sounded like the pirate. Oh my gosh! Got hit by a cannonball. Do not recommend. That's another good one. I'll keep those ones on the back burner until we come up with another one. Got hit by a can. That's a good one, Ethan. I'll stick with 3 stars. Crap. Where that other one said something about the 1 star. Where'd the Misty Squid Man go? That's a good one. Okay. Got.
Oh wait. Wait for Pirates of the Caribbean. What about this one? This one's a bit more. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out how to word it because I know exactly what I want to say. Just don't know how to word it. Real estate agent said this was a prime location to get my house. Unfortunately, a bunch of boats started floating through it with people.
Real estate agent said this was.
No, that kind of like is like a miss.
Well, this is so much harder when you're like actually.
This is hard.
Trying to think of it
because it's like that sounded so much better in my head than it did out loud. So,
let's see. I'll stick with for now. We can come back to it. Got hit by a cannonball. Do not recommend. 2 stars. All caps. Oh my gosh, I wish like I could just Photoshop like me getting hit with a cannonball like in Pirates. That'd be funny. Alright, someone else said Haunted Mansion. So let's do this one. Haunted Mansion. Okay. This one should be good if you guys can think of something funny. Let's see. Haunted Mansion. Gosh. I have like the beginnings of one.
You should put like an ad like seeking housekeeper.
Oh my gosh. I have like just the beginnings of one. Let me see.
Okay. You know, there was one ride on Google that was like someone gave it a poor review, but they were like saying how this is a ride, mind you. They were saying how like the service at the restaurant was terrible and whatever, and they were describing this awful service they had, but it was for like a restaurant that wasn't even at Disneyland, and yet they were reviewing a ride. It was so weird.
Call Haunted Mansion Phantom Manor. This one isn't good, but someone decided to drop his stinky body on me. Some guy says 0 stars. There has been a man hanging from the ceiling for decades, and I'm getting worried. They will not let me feed him. I'm worried about his... That's a good one. That's a good one. Well, mine was I was looking forward to being the 1000th happy haunt, but got turned away at the door for being too ugly. That was mine, but...
No.
Okay, there has been a man hanging from the ceiling for decades, and I'm getting worried. They will not let me feed him. I'm worried about his overall health. That's a good one. Okay, 2 stars, post. What's like an obvious one that we can just absolutely destroy? Maybe something in Toontown, like Gadget's Go Coaster.
Wait, what are like the worst rides in the park? Like something you just avoid every time you go to Disneyland.
Gadget's Go Coaster, Finding Nemo, Tarzan's Treehouse, Winnie the Pooh. Oh, I got one for Splash Mountain. 5 stars. The Fox ended up...
It'd be kind of cool to review like a former ride, like in the place that the ride was.
Oh, we should review Country Bear Jamboree for Winnie the Pooh. Yes, that's perfect. Yes. Someone said Astro Orbiter. We did Astro Orbiter last time. Wait, we can go back and read it though. The fox ended up marrying my dad. Now he's a... I'll just leave it at that. The fox ended up marrying my dad for Splash Mountain. Post.
If you ever read that story again on your channel.
I think if you join our Discord server, to those watching, if you do !dad, you'll know what we're talking about. Steve says Circle Vision for Buzz Lightyear. That's another good one. Where is Winnie the Pooh? It doesn't show up here as a ride. Am I in the right spot? It's down here, isn't it? It's not showing up.
You're in the right spot. It's just, yeah, they don't have it labeled.
That's so bizarre. The Briar Patch? Pooh Corner is here. I guess I could do it in place.
Oh, you should review the Pooh Corner and say this is not the restroom.
Yes! This is not the restrooms. Post. Yes, we're making progress. Oh my gosh. That's so weird. Why isn't Pooh here? Can I add? I wonder if I can add it. Unnamed road. I guess not. Got pulled over by a cop on Autopia. 1 star. That's another good one. Okay, we'll do a couple more. I don't want to do them all. That way, if we ever decide to come back to this, we can do more. All right. Oops. Autopia. Oh, there's so many 1-star reviews for Autopia.
Oh, that's sad.
Got pulled over by... My kid got pulled over by a cop. Now I guess just leave it at that. My kid got pulled over by a cop. Frowny face. 2 stars. Okay. What did we put for Astro Orbiter? Closed today.
Wait, why do all of our reviews have to be negative?
I mean, I guess they don't have to be negative.
I feel like we're just ruining the reputation of the park.
I mean, maybe. It's possible. But, 2 people upvoted my review. This ride sucks and it takes up too much space. Please remove it with a smaller, like, fountain or something that you know that welcomes you to the entrance of Tomorrowland. It's just, it's not even, okay. Anyways, what else did we say? Oh, Buzz, we can review, Circle Vision for Buzz Lightyear. 5 stars. What was a movie that they played? They played
America the Beautiful, and they played. Ooh, It's on the top of my head. I don't know. Oh, I don't remember. It was definitely America the Beautiful. That was the one that ran for like decades.
Learned a lot about my home country, America, in the beautiful 360 degrees. Is there no... I guess I'll just put 360... I'll just type out degrees. No, that's lame. In the beautiful... oh yeah, they played the China movie too. Learned a lot about my home country, America, in the beautiful... What do I say? In the beautiful... in the beautiful 360 degree movie. Lots of air conditioning. 5 stars. Perfect. Post. Okay, we'll do two more. Someone said, Mateo said to leave a very positive review of the Gadgets Go coaster. So okay, 5 stars. Great. Thrilling coaster. Almost rivals Big Thunder for the most. Rivals Big Thunder. Great thrilling coaster. Rivals Big Thunder. I would recommend everyone. I would recommend this ride be on the very top of your must-do rides for the park. Okay. Okay, last one. Tarzan's Treehouse. Ethan says, Tarzan's Treehouse. A good workout. Oh, got a good workout at this gym. Oh, some guy says 5 stars. I have been looking for 3 years for a roller coaster that lasted exactly 16 seconds. This is so much better than what I put. Okay, I need to change it. Oh, oops. I've been looking for 3 years for a roller coaster that lasted exactly 16 seconds. I cried tears of joy for a week after riding. 5 stars. Okay, one more. I haven't read chat. What have they been saying in chat? Okay, we'll do... What other one should we do? That's so weird.
If it's Tarzan's Treehouse, then you should make like a joke about like having to hoist your wheelchair all the way to the or something.
Oh yes. Okay. Tarzan's Treehouse. Had to drag my grandmother in her wheelchair up 15 flights of stairs because there was no elevator. Got a good workout in the end, though.
And on the way down, her experience was better than soaring.
Okay. And on the way down, her experience was better than Soren. Is there like an apostrophe after Soren?
Yeah, there is.
3 stars. I can't do half stars? I guess not. Alright, post! Alright. Well, that was fun. We'll save the Matterhorn for another episode. We should like dedicate... I'm gonna make maybe like a channel on the Discord specifically dedicated to writing reviews like this. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts, I guess, in the comments down below. What would you review at Disneyland? What would be your funny review for an attraction or experience at Disneyland? Do they have like you can review the turkey leg cart, you guys. It doesn't even have to be rides. It can be the turkey leg cart. What is this?
You could review the turkey leg cart and say, I noticed their emu exhibit is gone.
Oh my gosh. You see, guys, they write themselves. I wonder if I can do one for Bugs Land. Can I write a review for Heimlich's Choo Choo Train? I can. It's still here. Oh, okay, this will be the last one, I swear. Wait. Slam Green HQ gave 2 stars to Heimlich's Choo Choo Train. You get to ride the back of a green, sexy, thick caterpillar. What more could you ask for? 0 out of 10, closed for a reason. That's a good one. Okay, I'll write a review. It's the worst trash I've ever seen. They're so negative. Okay, 5 stars. Glad I got to experience this amazing attraction.
Mr. Heimlich, I don't feel so good.
Oh! Mr. Heimlich, I don't feel so good. Oh my gosh, it's perfect.
By the way, Ethan wrote that.
Oh, did he? Thank you, Ethan.
Yeah, he put it in chat.
Thank you. We'll do more in the coming episodes. Until then, comment down below your amazing Google reviews for the various Disneyland attractions. And oh my gosh.
Honestly, I think the best one today, and this is just my personal opinion, was the one Pooh Corner.
Yeah, Pooh Corner. I hope I get lots of upvotes on that one. Warning, this is not the rest. Oh my gosh, okay. Anyways. Thank you to everybody who participated in chat. That was fun. A little game, I guess you could call it. Now it is time for everybody's second favorite segment, you guys. Matt hosts Ghosts. Let me make sure everything's ready. Okay. Now it's time for everybody's second favorite attraction. Matt hosts Ghosts.
Welcome to Matt Hosts Ghosts.
This story comes to us from... He didn't attach a name. Oh, CM. His initials, I guess. C.M. He says, attached is a piece...
Maybe that stands for cast member.
It could be. CM, if you're in chat, I guess tell us your name, because I don't want to call you CM. I don't know. Anyways, he says, attached is a piece of spooky fiction I wrote a while back. For your consideration, I'm loving Matterhorn Mondays and the Historyland series. Keep it on. Keep on keeping on. Thank you for the kind words. And I did read through this beforehand, so... You know, if you guys have any spooky experiences you'd like to send in about yourself, they could have happened to you, a family member, a friend. They don't have to be real. We prefer them to be real. Maybe you went to stay at like an old creepy hotel and a murderer came in and tried murdering you. That'd be a nice spooky story to read on stream. Yeah, you can email them to me. The email is ytmatterhornmat@gmail.com, or you can just send me a message on the Discord server. Just click on my profile and then send a message. Pretty simple stuff. This is a pretty long one, though, so... I saw the Ghost of Heimlich one day. Gosh, I wish I could see the Ghost of Heimlich. Oh, it has his name here. By C.M. Howell. Howell. I think that's how you pronounce it. The title is Devilry. I think that's how you pronounce that. Devilry. Devilry. Ooh. All right. I just want to make sure that that it's known that I did read through this before. Okay, so we'll get started on this. The dim glow of candlelight flickers as Wembley Bernard Pendleton, 11 years old as of 2 months ago, makes his way through the dark third-floor corridors. He curses his family under his breath for deciding to vacation out here in Uncle Mordecai's old mansion in Oslo. What the heck were they thinking spending winter break in Norway? The enormous size of this estate has turned the normal the normally trivial task of using the bathroom in the middle of the night to an archaeological expedition. Did that maid say to go to the end of the east wing and past the mop closet, or was it down the stairs and through the foyer? More importantly, what was a maid doing wandering around the upper floors at 2 a.m., and why didn't she have any cleaning supplies with her? Weird. Norway's capital city is notoriously cold this time of year, but the mansion feels abnormally, deathly frigid tonight. Wembley can occasionally see his breath as he exhales. It would seem that his estranged uncle is too much of a tightwad to keep up the thermostat. At least there's a wireless internet router installed somewhere in this ancient place. It's a slow connection, but it offers some entertainment when it's too late to go sledding. Wembley, I think that's how you say that. Wembley notices a painting that looks strangely familiar. It's a portrait of some long, dead, distant relative. The plaque beneath reads, Carlton Wallace Jenkins, IV. I don't know what number that is. He was an old, heavily bearded man and was captured in this painting with a piercing, intense stare. Wembley is certain he has passed this painting at least twice already, but he couldn't be walking in a circle. He'd been following this hallway in a straight line. Wembley steps away from the portrait and presses onward, now blowing clouds of white mist with every breath into the freezing air. As he continues down the hallway, Wembley takes note of some of the my gosh, what is this word? Eclectic. How?
Wait, can you spell that like either in the chat or in Discord or something?
Yeah, here, I'll type it in chat. I don't know how to pronounce Eclectic.
Eclectic.
Eclectic. I knew it had. Okay. Thank you. All right, here we go. Wembley takes note of some of the eclectic decorations: brass trimmed door, potted ficus, suit of knight's armor, Carlton portrait, brass trimmed door, potted ficus, suit of knight's armor, Carlton portrait. Hang on a second, something's wrong here, Wembley mutters to himself. He then hears a sound like a person gasping for breath from the darkness ahead of him. He sees someone hobbling awkwardly in his direction. It's the maid from earlier, her uniform now torn and bloody, her skin molted and gray. She stops in her tracks and stares at him through empty eye sockets, her head tilted to one side and mouth agape. Oh heck, Wembley curses out loud. He's pretty sure she didn't look like that when they first talked. Then again, he's never been very observant while half asleep, freezing cold, and in a desperate need to pee. He then glances over to the portrait to see that Mr. Jenkins now appears to be grinning sadistically, with half of his face decomposed and parts of his skull visible. What the frick? Wembley explains loudly as he shifts his focus back to the maid, who has vanished from sight. Before he can question her whereabouts, he looks from the darkness at the end of the hallway down to some long rug that runs its length to see her rapidly crawling towards him like some freakish human spider. Body flattened to the floor, limbs splayed outwards and flailing wildly. Her head locked onto Wembley as she quickly closes the distance. This is a lot of bad words. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, Wembley yells, and lunges for the brass-trimmed door, pulling furiously on its handle to no avail. Just before he accepts his premature demise, he notices a word engraved just above the keyhole in fancy swivelly cursive. Push. He throws all of his weight on the door, and it swings open into the room within, hitting the inside wall with a bang. Wembley scrambles to get back on his feet and slams it shut as fast as he can, fastening the deadbolt. Heart racing and trousers soaked, he sits on the floor with his back against the door. He hears a muffled, strained breathing sound from the other side. What the heck, Wembley? You totally broke my concentration. It appears Wembley has barged into the room of his older brother had been staying in. Why are you even up at this time? Heck, now I need to start all over again. Glenn Kenneth Pendleton, 6 feet tall, 150 pounds, is 11 years Wembley's senior. He is draped from head to toe in the black ceremonial robes he brought from Costume Barn a few months back. His long blonde hair is grown out messy and unkempt. His thick, rimmed glasses are taped together in the middle, and he reaches to push them back onto his nose every 3 seconds. In the middle of the bedroom is a pentagram drawn on the floor with some kind of dark ash. 5 black pillar candles circle its outer ring, placed at placed at each point of the star, one of which bears a sticker which reads Home Essentials. The room is thick with the new car smell. At the center of the pentagram is a mangy-looking rat with a small puddle of blood. Wembley, what's your problem? Quit spacing out, Glenn snaps. Maid, hallway, painting. Wembley shivers, trying to respond. Actually, you know what? You might be able to help me with something, Glenn suggests. It's almost past witching hour, and my rituals haven't even conjured a single apparition yet. Wembley tries to interject, but can't stop trembling enough to form coherent sentences. I've got my summoning circle all ready to go. It's a full moon tonight. I'm in the occult capital of the world, and I may never get another opportunity like this again. Glenn walks over to the bookcase at the far end of the wall and pulls out a book titled Blood Sacrifice for Dummies. Wembley notices something out of the window past his pondering kin. Horns, followed by a white goat head peering in with luminous yellow eyes. The beast hoists itself up outside the windowsill to reveal a satyr-like body with hooves for feet and hands. It begins to slowly and silently open the unlocked window from the outside. Wembley gulps and points his finger shakingly at the monstrosity. Methodically. Wembley gulps and points his finger shakily at the monstrosity. I lost it. Infiltrating his brother's room, unable to issue a verbal warning. I did everything the paranormal form told me. I gathered all of the correct materials and followed the thread's instructions to the letter, more or less. Glenn grumbles to himself while hurriedly leafing through the book. The goat thing quickly ducks its head in through the window frame and begins to lower a hoof into the room, staring directly at Wembley the whole way. I've got it, Glenn yells and slaps his hand against the wall, hard enough to knock off an inverted stone crucifix that was hung nearby. Wembley... It's a long story, you guys. Wembley nearly jumps out of his skin at the sudden noise, but no more so than than the satyr ghost who is But no more so than the satyr goat who is startled so hard it loses its grip on the window. It was popping out. I'm sorry to whoever's story this is. Okay, here we go. It loses balance and It loses balance and slumps downward, awkwardly straddling the windowsill halfway outside, halfway inside. It begins to slip backwards as it reaches clumsily for something to hold on to, but it just scrambles at the wood with its hooves. Its horns catch on the window pane, causing the satyr ghost to smash its snout on the lower frame before tumbling back into the snowy night, audibly hitting some branches of a tree outside on its way down. Wembley jerks his head, wide-eyed and slack-jawed, from the window to his brother, who was busy rehanging the crucifix during the whole ordeal. Hearing the snap of the window shutting, Glenn quickly glances over at it, seeing only a waving tree branch outside. Darn tree has been tapping on that window all night, Glenn comments, to no one in particular, while shifting his glasses slightly. He then swiftly paces over to his terrified younger sibling, grabs him by the forearms, and pulls him up onto his feet. Wembley is then forcefully spun around and locked into a tight chokehold. He clasps both hands on Glenn's arm and struggles, but is not strong enough to escape. Either the summoning ritual requires strictly human blood, or this rat was not a virgin. Regardless, this will appease the dark forces, Glenn explains to his brother with a cold, indifferent tone. With his free arm, he grabs a switchblade from a pocket, and his robe slashes Wembley across the back of his left hand. Wembley yelps in pain as he's released from his brother's grip, retreating to the opposite side of the room, nursing his injury. I'm sorry about that, Wembley. I could have used my own if I could, but I already gave some earlier for the dedication. He carefully holds the knife sideways as he pulls the hood of his robe over his head. Now you get to witness your brother ascend from a mere enthusiast to a full-blown satanic wizard, Glenn ornates proudly. He then lowers his head and begins to slowly walk around his makeshift summoning circle. These are not real words. These are not real words. I'm just going to type them in chat for you guys, because these might be in a different language. I'm going to try my best to pronounce them.
For once.
Okay, here we go. Blod og mork, convergorin sum en, puncteri, univests, kijad. I think. He kicks the rat away from the pentagram and taps on the knife, letting a few drops of blood fall in the center. There's even more of them. 11 flight, Jagger ring deg, son. Okay, you guys get it. Glenn stops and raises his arms upwardly and shouts, "Hail Satan!" All is then quiet for a full minute until Wembley finally musters the will to speak. Oh, he uses another bad word. Glenn, you... Wow. You butt? I don't know what to replace that word with. Wembley's brother quickly spins around to refute. Before he can get a word and... Okay. Wembley's brother quickly spins around to refute. But before he can get a word in, a distant rumbling sound is heard by both of them. Glenn's expression turns from an irritated scowl to a look of surprise and wonderment. The room begins to shake. "It's happening," Glenn whispers to himself. The flames of the black candles grow more intense and begin to merge into one another, turning the unholy circle into a raging inferno. From within the flames, a black mass emerges, taking the form of a gigantic hand. It reaches out towards Glenn and slowly wraps around him. Glenn is lifted above the flames. "Yes, my body is ready!" Glenn shouts downward into the fire. The hand then smashes Glenn up into the ceiling with such force it almost punches a hole straight through the floor above. The whole room shudders from the impact as chunks of wood and drywall fall on the floor. Glenn is hanging motionless from the ceiling, stuffed into an upside-down crater, with only his twisted, broken legs and lower waist still visible. The column of fire begins to spin rapidly, forming a miniature tornado of pure flames. The hand extends further out into the hell vortex, followed by a hulking humanoid body attached to it. It then fully steps out from the flames and stands nearly as tall as the room. It turns its head towards Wembley, who is now curled up in a terrified ball in the far corner, and approaches him. Sensing the my gosh. I don't even know. Sensing the presence looming over him, Wembley looks up at it through tear-filled eyes and can only think to ask, "Who are you?" Not emanating from the demonic being, but seemingly from the entire room at once, a booming voice replies, "And his name is John Cena." Throughout the darkened halls of Mordecai's estate, high-pitched trumpet music echoes as a second massive crash rocks the mansion's foundation. The end. Thank you, Mr. C.M. Howell, for that amazing story.
I have to thank C.M. Howell so much for that. That just seeing Matt struggle so hard through that story has made my lifetime.
Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that. Thank you for sending in your story. I think Alex at one point was laughing so hard he had to take his microphone off and step away for a second.
I did. I was literally I just started laughing because it was one word after another at a certain point. And it was just so hilarious how he was just stumbling over his over his words, and he was just like trying to pretend it didn't happen. So I ended up like just hyperventilating. I couldn't stop laughing, so I had to take
Oh my gosh. How long was that reading for? It's been at least
it's been around like
minutes, 20
15 minutes. Yeah.
Wow. Well, you guys, I hope you all enjoyed that. I think I should have a text-to-speech read the stories from now on. Or maybe I should go back to school. I don't know. Either way, if you guys would like to send in your own spooky stories to the stream, hopefully with small words that are easy to pronounce and that are not in German, you can email them to me, ytmatterhornmat@gmail.com, or you can message them to me on Discord. Yeah, and I guess that wraps up this episode. Alex, do you have anything you'd like to say before the stream ends?
I can't even talk.
Well, while Alex collects himself, I would like to personally thank every single one of you who came out to the live recording of this. For some reason, 14 of you stuck around, even during the Google Maps thing that we did. So big thank you to you guys. I just realized now I closed a tab earlier that I didn't want to close. So I guess I'll have to go back and reopen that. But yeah, big shout out to everybody watching live. If you would like to watch this episode or any future episodes live, you can head over to my second channel, Matterhorn Matt Streams. I should probably just change it to Matterhorn Mondays Streams. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But be sure to subscribe to the second channel, because if you don't, then you're missing out on a lot of fun. But yeah, I guess that wraps up this episode of Matterhorn Mondays. We hope you all enjoyed, and we want to hear your thoughts on every single topic we mentioned, whether it be, what do we even talk about? World of Color, it's a big one. Whether it be, what else? Oh, the Primeval World diorama, possibly, most likely not, but I'm possibly coming to the Magic Kingdom. What else did we do? We did, the Tangarora Terrace. We'd like to hear your thoughts on that. And, of course, we want to hear all your funny reviews for Disneyland. It doesn't even have to be Disneyland. It can be any Disney theme park attraction. Leave your funny reviews, and then maybe next week we'll do the segment again. We'll see. But,
Matt.
Yes.
Okay, so for everybody listening, I have a challenge for Matt. So, I am going to write a true story for Matt Host for next week. Okay? And the challenge is that while it is a true story, I'm going to write it using very complicated words.
Okay.
and writing style. And Matt has to he can't give up. He has to read through it. And it's going to be hilarious, I think. and yeah, so if anybody wants to tune in live this coming Saturday for the Matterhorn Mondays live stream to watch Matt mess up every word live, then you should show up, because I think this is going to be hilarious. I have a good feeling.
Okay, perfect incentive for next week, you guys. Some guy, where do we submit ghost stories? You can email them to me, ytmatterhornmat@gmail.com, or you can send them to me through Discord. Just click on my profile and send me a message. And no, the nose ring is fake. You just pull it right off. It's fake. But yeah. So, yeah, I guess look forward to next week's stream to see everything possibly go wrong. Yeah. I guess I hope you all enjoyed this episode. We hope Alex hopes you enjoyed as well, I guess. How do I normally...
Yes.
Okay, anyways. I need to pee really bad, so I'm going to end the stream. Thank you all for coming out today. I drank a lot of Snapple, and I need to use the restroom. So we hope you all enjoyed, and be sure to tune in next week on the second channel and also on the main channel for the normal podcast. And as always, have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.